Hey, I'm Lauren from Busy Bee Speech, and today I'm going to show you how I make my SLP planner for the year. Now, I know there are several different ways to make a planner, and everyone's preferences are different, but my favorite way is to use a disc-bound notebook, so that's the way I'm going to show you how to make it today. Okay, so here's what you'll need. You'll need a disc-bound notebook like this one from Office Depot. The brand is called Tool, T-U-L. This is actually my favorite brand of disc-bound supplies, but this is not sponsored or anything. I'm just sharing with you what I like. You'll need the disc-bound notebook, a disc-bound hole punch, and then disc-bound dividers if your notebook didn't come with any. And then you'll also need a good quality printer and paper. And you'll also need the SLP Planner pages. I'll be using my planner that's available on TPT, but you can do this with whatever planner you want or even create your own pages. Just know that some of the steps that I do may not be necessary or may vary slightly or vary a lot if you use a different planner. Okay, so the first thing that I do is copy and paste all the forms that I'll be using into one document. So the separate documents are already made for you on the Create Your Own Planner pages from the TPT download. So you just go to this page called Make Your Own Planner and you choose if you want a digital planner or a printable planner. So we're going to be doing a printable planner today. So all you would do would be to click on it, and then it will prompt you to make a copy. So if you click make a copy, it'll generate your personal planner that you could use. All right, so this is the page that will come up, and it's called My Printable Planner. It also has instructions for you to follow on how to make your own planner as well as printing tips. So we're going to want to copy and paste different forms from the other files into this file so that it's all in one spot. There are two reasons that I compile everything into the one. First, it makes it easier to print. You can just send it to a printer, tweak it, and go. Also, it leaves me with an original that I can come back to. So you can definitely just print everything from the docs as it is, especially if you're planning to handwrite everything. But if you end up needing another blank copy, you'll just have to hit the link on the PDF again to make another copy of the file. To find the forms, you would just go back to the TPT download and to the printable options page. This one is for the printable options, and it's black and white, and then the rest are for the different colorful options, but for today we're just going to be using the black and white. So it includes forms for double page calendars, single page calendars, daily lesson plans, weekly lesson plans, paperwork tracking, schedules and caseload, screenings and evals, student info and data, and then the section dividers. So we're going to go ahead and click on paperwork tracking. It'll again prompt you to make a copy. So once you do that with all of the different downloads, then you'll be able to have all of the forms ready for you to copy and paste. Okay, so all of these are the black and white printable forms that you'll be using. So for example, if we go to paperwork tracking, we can copy and paste forms from this file onto our personal file. So let's say we wanted to print the progress report checklist. All I would do would be to right-click on the thumbnail on the left side of the form that you want to add. So this one would be the progress report one. So I just right-click and hit copy. Then I go back to my printable planner and I'll go ahead and right-click on the left side and hit paste. And this thing comes up if you want to link something. I usually just click do not link. So then you would do that for all of the forms that you want to use. Okay, so after I have all of the forms in one place, I type everything I can into the documents that I'll be using. I'll add stickers for the various dates on my school calendar that I know, and stickers to the lesson plans or the different other forms that I want to add stickers to. To add a sticker, you would just go into the printable planning stickers file. There's also a digital one if you're using digital, but this one is for the printable one. So you just go into this file, find the sticker that you want, and then right-click on it. Hit copy, and then go back into your file and hit paste. So the stickers will paste anywhere you want to on the document. You can also make them bigger or smaller by dragging. And if you need a second page of a certain page, then you can just duplicate it. So all you would do, like if let's say you had more than this amount of kids on your caseload, all you would need to do would be to go to slide and then hit duplicate slide. And now you have two of the same slide. I also go ahead and type out all of my students before I print. So I would go through and type in everyone's names into the table. So I might just say Lauren, Josh, Megan, Aaron, just like that. So I would go through and type in everyone's names on all of my checklists on all the forms that I add. And then once that I have everything entered and everything put in that I wanted to, all the stickers, and then I type in all my plans and everything. Once everything's done, I'll go ahead and print. So the first section that I usually print is the calendars. I usually print all the calendars for the year. I'll handwrite the events or students that come up after I print, but I print everything double-sided. So when you print double-sided, there are two ways that you can do it. If you have a front-back printer, then you just need to make sure that the section divider for the calendars is the first page, because the first month needs to be on the back of a page. So I hope that makes sense. You can also print out all the odd pages and then turn them over, put them back in the printer, and then print the even pages. But you really have to do some research and make sure you know how your printer prints if you choose that option. But personally, I just send everything to Office Depot to be printed. It has a preview so that I know exactly how everything will look before I print. So next is the lesson plans. And for that, I usually do mine weekly, and normally I keep them digital. In the past, I would print these out each week as I use them, and then the sheets are double-sided and printed the same way that the calendars are. So if you do print it out each week, as I did, you'll have to make sure and put the second page of the previous week's planning into the printer in order to print it on the back. So, like the next week's page, we just need to go on the back of the previous page. Then the next sections that I do are the paperwork tracking with the IEP calendar, the progress report checklists, all the Medicaid billing, then my general checklists. I also do screenings and evaluations. I have the school master schedule, caseload manager, transfers, adds, and dismissals, then speech referrals, screenings, RTI, evals, all of those things I go ahead and put into my planner. So there are tons of different pages that I'll put in. But lastly, I print the cover out, and there are lots of covers to choose from. I'll go ahead and show you a few of them. Aren't they pretty? So after all the forms are printed, then it's time to assemble everything. Okay, so after all the forms are printed out, then it's time to assemble. I punch all the sheets with my tool hole punch. Just like this, you stick it in, and then you push down to punch the holes. You want to make sure that everything is lined up correctly. You might have to adjust the ruler on the punch to make sure that everything is even. Before I put the pages in, I go ahead and pull out a bunch of the notebook paper that comes with it. So I pull out about this much. I also pull out, this one came with calendars, blank calendars. I pull those out, and I pull out these instructional pages. And I pull out this front page too. And then I usually place the cover directly behind the plastic cover of the notebook. So you just go ahead and you press in here, and it is binded. They used to have clear covers on their notebooks, but I have not been able to find any this year, any brand. So weird. You can also use the planner sheet, like this actual sheet, as the planner cover, but you just have to make sure you laminate it with heavy-duty laminating sheets so it lasts. But I find that the plastic covers are a little more sturdy, so that's why I like to use these. Okay, so then you're going to make sure that all the dividers are snapped in, and then you put all the sheets behind each section. So you just snap the dividers in. I like these because it comes with a little pocket, so that's another plus. So it's easy peasy. You just take out the forms throughout the year as it goes on, and then you can always reprint something if you need to as well. So these are the ones, lesson plans already printed. See. And then there's also, I like to print the paperwork tracking sheets with the calendars and the progress reports and all of that. Medicaid, I print those. And I also like to keep a little bit of notebook paper behind each section. So the next section is screenings and evaluations, and then student info and data, and then notes. And behind this one, I just keep a bunch of extra notebook paper. Okay, so here are the forms that I like to use digitally. The first one is the weekly lesson plans. There's a separate digital file for these that you can just keep adding to. It makes it super easy, plus I can access it from anywhere, so that's nice. So the weekly lesson plans, and then I also like the caseload manager to be digital as well. I like having this one because I can keep updating it throughout the year. And then the same with the transfers, adds, and dismissals. I can just add on to that throughout the year as well. And plus it's nice to be able to copy and paste names and information into all that too. I keep my student data sheets digitally also. I don't actually use the ones in this planner. I do it a bit differently, but I'll save that for another video. Okay, I hope that tutorial helps some of you be able to create your perfect planner. A couple other products by Tool that I wanted to share is this pouch that can attach to the disc bound planner. I really like this, and they also make some really nice pins, lots of different colors. So the Tool brand pins are really nice as well. So anyway, if you have any questions, please let me know. You can email me at busybeespeech@gmail.com, or you can send me a DM on Instagram. So have a great week.